Welcome in to the Nissan Parts CC YouTube channel. I'm Russell, this is
Tom,
and I want to thank you guys. We eclipsed 5,000 subscribers, and that's awesome.
that's amazing.
So really appreciate you guys, new people that join, really appreciate the people in the comments saying that we deserve more followers and that, subscribers, things like that. We appreciate you guys a lot. Thanks for all the comments in the video last week, and I've got a winner for the windshield banner. Punk JP 2000 windshield banner for your S13. So hit me up on Instagram, or you can email me. Let me know in the comments what the best way, for you if Instagram doesn't work. If you want to win one of the windshield banners, all you need to do is leave a comment on the video. You are instantly entered. So when we're going through this, pause the video. Let us know if you have any questions, comments. You can comment several times if you want to. But this week's video, S13 most underrated parts, and these are my picks. So Tom is going to get in on this next week, but I went through this by myself, left him out of it, completely in the dark.
Yes. So I'm just going to be here, nodding my head and, and giving the occasional.
So first and foremost for me, I think, has got to be the key blinks. Cool thing about the key blanks is they fit a bunch of different vehicles, S13, S14, R32, yada, yada, yada. I've got some chassis listed there on the screen. Also, if you head to our website, and there'll be links in the description. If you've got a mid to late 80s, early 90s car, good chance that one of these three keys fits your car. And having you had a mild panic a while back.
I did. It wasn't mild. It was like I was so mad at myself. So I recently bought a 1992 Pathfinder from the original owner, low mileage, came with the original key. And that key that they had back then, the opening for the keychain part, it's not a half moon shape, it's like a quarter moon with a line coming down from it. So I had that on my regular keychain with all my other keys, lost my keys. And I tore my house upside down. I emptied out all my garbage cans outside. Couldn't find it, and I was so mad because I thought the original key was gone. And then a week later, I put on my orange vest, and in the pocket was the key. Even though I checked it multiple times. But yeah, if you only run one key, or if you got that original key from the 90s, get a 118 key. We'll ship it out to you. Take it to your favorite locksmith. They can cut it, and you can put that nice original one away, keep it safe.
Yeah, and if you're eyeballing that red valet key, hit the link up there, go back. We have two videos actually where we introduced the valet key, and then the next video we went into detail about the valet keys and a little bit more info on that. So if you want a Nissan key, we got them.
Yep.
Big time. Interior sill plate clips. These are, this is probably one of the most common parts. I get DMs on Instagram from people who are missing them or they don't stay in correctly. Because if you take these on or off a couple times, maybe even just once, especially if it's never been replaced, it's not going to go back on the same way. This is also used for the floor mat hook on the S13. So that's what holds that in. I get a lot of people asking about that too, because it's kind of an oddball. I didn't know that until probably a couple months ago. Dome lamp lens and dome lamp. So two different things here. Sorry, I'm getting myself confused. So dome lamp, this will fit the D21. Does your Pathfinder have this?
I actually bought a replacement lens, yes. And
nice.
In the D21 Pathfinder, it is above where you open up that rear glass.
Okay, yeah. So D21, WD21, S13. This fits a handful of things. You can buy the assembly or the lens itself. The lenses will yellow, almost like somebody's been blowing cigarette smoke on it. Or your contacts may be corroded, things like that, depending on where you're at. And then also we have this dome lamp lens. I can't remember, I think these were for the vehicles that had sunroofs, and these were for the vehicles that didn't. Tell me in the comments. I went down a rabbit hole in this and just got annoyed with it and left it. So obviously you've got two different sizes. You can figure out which one you need pretty easily. What do you got down there? Hold that up.
This beast right here?
Let's talk about that thing real quick, because the S13 fuel sending unit, this will work on US and JDM vehicles. It's the same. So this is the fuel sending unit / hanger. So this houses the fuel pump as well. So if you've got a faulty fuel gauge, or if your fuel pump's not working correctly because your contacts are corroded, damaged, messed up from whatever, we have a replacement. Sadly, the price just went up on those, but we do have them. Nice piece. I am still shocked that we can get those. Pretty wild. S14 guys are jealous. So if you have a buddy with an S14 needs one, you can tell him maybe he should switch from S13.
Now, if you're going to replace this, you'll also want to make sure you get that seal. And I'm not sure how it's retained, if as a plastic retainer or a metal retainer. You guys will know better than I do. But you'll want to at least replace that seal. Yeah,
we have the screws for these listed on our website too that mount them down to the tank. Steering coupler. This is kind of an odd one, but still one of my probably weirdly favorite parts for an S13. This fits a bunch of cars, but if the little U-joint in this thing wears out, you'll get a little shimmy in your steering wheel that you can't figure out why. You'll check everything, alignment, all the good stuff, but yeah, really cool part. And the bolt for that is available too, and you're going to want to replace that. This thing is like a wheel stud. Once you take it out, you're going to want to, it's in there. As you can see up on the screen there, it looks like a tiny wheel stud with a washer on it almost. Brake line clip. These are on the firewall, S13 and R32. Obviously this rubber insulator is going to get hard as a rock over time, probably get brittle and break off if you've ever taken those things off, and also these will discolor. So if you've got an engine bay that you're trying to clean up, this is kind of an obvious one to replace, because that rubber being in there insulating those lines is going to help prevent any issues on the fittings and things like that down the road.
Nice. This must be insulated for a reason.
Yeah. 180SX kooky front bumper cover emblem. So the actual part number for that bumper is discontinued. Has been forever. But after a lot of ordering and trial and error, we found one that worked. And all you got to do is snip off the little stud, the little locating pin on the back, and knock down that other little notch that's in there, and then you can get that thing to mount on your bumper. The sizing and everything is correct for the 180SX bumper. The only thing that's different, the font is slightly different. If you look at the fonts of the Nissan logo through the years, the 80s and 90s, if you didn't have them side by side, it's hard to tell. But it is slightly different. So
I'll have to compare that to mine.
But a 180SX bumper without the front emblem on it, to me, just looks weird. It's got the little shape in it for the emblem. Worth mentioning, the door strikers, we talked about those last week. Go back to last week's video, you can check that out. We talk about the importance of the door strikers functioning properly. And also, my shout out this week is going to be to Eric. You made a comment, and I definitely appreciate that. I did mix up the video footage of the strikers. The part numbers and the descriptions were correct on the screen, but the image that was on the screen was incorrect. And the only person to catch that and say something, at least, everybody else is just bad mouthing me behind my back. So
good catch though by Eric.
Yeah,
nice. Paying attention.
Yeah,
you got an A+
for sure. Who you got on your shout outs?
Okay, my shout outs this week, first one up is Josh Carpenter. He asked about the screw plugs on the door pulls for a 300ZX. I had a quick peek. We're going to need your VIN, so if you could send your VIN to Russell through Instagram or something like that, he can pass it on to me. I can look it up and see what it originally came with. You had mentioned the color difference between charcoal and black. According to Nissan, there was no charcoal color back then. They just called it black in the catalog. But get Russell your VIN, and I'll double check on those. And let me know if you want driver's side, passenger side, or both. All right. So thank you, Josh. Next up, Andres Carrillo, he said that his first CD was The Blueprint by Jay-Z. Now, the reason I picked Andres for a shout out was just yesterday, I was listening to Still Dre, right? Now, did you know this? that Still Dre was written by Jay-Z?
I did not.
I didn't know that either because I went to the wiki page and read up on it. And so when Jay-Z wrote it, he wrote the lyrics for Dre and Snoop Dogg. And when it was first written, it was about diamonds and Bentleys and dripping gold and all this stuff. And Dre was like, nah, I don't like that. So he went away, came back 20 minutes later with all new lyrics. And that was what ended up being that massive
20 minutes
hit. In 20 minutes.
There you go.
So I was talking to my wife about that, not to keep going on and on and on. And she goes, but what about that whole East Coast, West Coast battle? I'm all, what do you mean? She goes, well, Jay-Z is from the East Coast. And I was like, wow, maybe it was some massive marketing scam that we all bought into.
Who knows? Yeah, I'll often wonder times how much of that's legit and how much of it's just made up to sensationalize.
I don't know. I can only speculate.
Yeah.
But I think Still Dre, this is just my opinion, probably the best rap track of all time. That's my opinion. If you agree, disagree, let me know. Andres Carrillo, thank you for your first CD ever bought. Finally, Vic Register. He said that he wants 2 videos a week. Now, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm pushing for 2 videos a month so we can concentrate the content and just blow your mind. We need some high octane
firepower.
Content. Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think we could do that with 2 videos a week, but 2 videos a month.
We've had 2 really good results 2 weeks in a row here, thanks to you guys. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go to. I like the weekly videos.
Yeah, we have talked about doing 2 a week, but it's like,
yeah, it's hard. And I feel like the times that we've done where I've done a second video, it really hasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was just.
Maybe we need to try it for the next 6 months and see what happens.
Yeah. So let us know. We're gonna have to come up with some content. We need some help.
Yeah.
The think tank is below in the comments, and when you comment, you get entered to win a windshield banner. Boom! I got a box of these. I'm giving y'all. 10% off code this week. May 20th, 1972. Busta Rhymes was born. You like Busta Rhymes?
Not really.
No.
Give me some of his hits. I'll tell you how they resonate with
I'm really bad with song names, so I can't even think of one right now.
Can you give me some lyrics?
I'm not.
You know lyrics.
I'm not
Just
giving
speak
you
the lyrics.
No, not right now. Nope.
I can see him.
Yeah.
I can see him.
Yeah. He's big. That dude is ripped now.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't feel like he used to be. Maybe he was, and I just didn't see it. But yeah, he likes to wear tank tops, and his arms are huge. Also, May 20th birthdays, Joe Cocker and also Cher.
Mm-hmm.
So May 20th was like the musician day to be born. The 10% off coupon code is just going to simply be BUSTA. B-U-S-T-A. B-U-S-T-A will save you 10% site-wide.
Do you know any Joe Cocker songs?
I looked it up because I knew the name, and I went down a rabbit hole, and I didn't go listen to any of the songs. But like I said, I'm really bad with song names. I'm just terrible with song names.
Yeah, Joe Cocker and Cher are probably 2 of my least favorite people.
I don't have anything for either one of those. So if you had to choose out of the 3, you'd pick Busta Rhymes, even though...
To hang out with?
For sure.
Well, I probably want to hang out with Cher. Go have a nice brunch.
Original Cher or late 90s trying to play at a festival Cher?
State Fair Cher?
State Fair Cher.
Well, if I could turn back time, I would go back to the 1960s. Actually, Cher at any point.
All right.
Except when she was in that movie, Elephant Boy movie. Remember that?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with her then.
Yeah.
Anyway, this video's gone on long enough.
It has.
How much can you talk about Cher?
So, if you got an S13, you need to be snagging some of these parts. You're missing out. So next week, Tom's going to give you his weekly dose of S13 underrated parts, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. I know that I probably got a few ideas already because it was hard to come up with what I came up with and just leave it here and not bring out the whole parts catalog.
I've also got a Tom's tip of the week for next week.
Perfect.
For S13 folks.
We're ready. We're queued up already for next week. That never happens.
Busta, 10% off your purchase this week. Use it, save money, and leave a comment. and have a great weekend.
Subscribe. Later, guys.
Bye.